Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, in this explainer, we're unpacking an absolute paradigm shift in the world of artificial intelligence. We're talking about verifiable intelligence and the architecture of the entirely new data economy. Now, if you've been following the rapid advancements in AI, you already know things are moving at just a breakneck speed, right? But beneath all those shiny new capabilities, there is a critical, fundamental vulnerability in the infrastructure. It's kind of like a giant crack in the foundation. So we're going to map out exactly what that vulnerability is, why the current model is, well, structurally unsustainable, and how a completely new system is being built from the ground up to replace it. Get ready, because the way we think about data is absolutely about to change forever. Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1. AI's hidden data flaw, the structural cracks. To truly understand where AI is going, we first have to shine a very bright light on the foundation of where AI is right now. We so often look at the output of these systems, the perfectly written code, the rapid data analysis, and we just assume the foundation holding all of that up is rock solid. But listen to this. AI agents are getting trusted with real decisions, and we really need to emphasize the word real here. We have crossed the thresholds from AI just being a novelty or a simple brainstorming tool to AI acting as an autonomous agent. We are literally handing over the keys. These agents are out there right now executing autonomous API calls, trading in financial markets, and actively managing complex corporate workflows. The responsibility we are placing on these systems is massive, and it's growing exponentially by the day. We're blindly trusting them to get it right.
Which brings us to a critical, high-stakes question. But do most actually know if their data is real? Think about that for a second. We're trusting these agents with our workflows, our money, our time, but the agents themselves, they completely lack data provenance. They are basically operating in the dark when it comes to the origin of their own knowledge. It's a massive mystery sitting right at the core of current AI models. We're asking these systems to build these huge architectures of logic, but without structural integrity in the foundational data, we're just building on unstable ground.
And this brilliantly illustrates the massive disconnect we're dealing with. On one hand, we have highly sophisticated agent actions, right? Algorithmic trading, workflow management, autonomous coordination, super high-impact tasks. On the other hand, the foundational fuel for those tasks comes from datasets nobody can trace back to actual humans or verified sources. It's just this vast, murky ocean of scraped information. The AI knows what it knows, sure, but it has absolutely no idea who it learned it from, or if that source was credible, or human, or even real. It's a blind dependency on untraceable information, and that is a huge problem.
That takes us to Section 2, the hallucination dead end, and the debugging problem.
See, that blind dependency isn't just some philosophical debate. It has direct, severe, real-world consequences. When you build a system on unverified, untraceable data, you inevitably run into a brick wall that you simply cannot climb over. As it says right here, when hallucination happens, there's no way to debug it because you don't even know where the knowledge came from. You can't just patch a model's weights if the underlying dataset is a total black box. Without a clear chain of data custody, finding the root cause is basically impossible. When an AI agent confidently presents a completely fabricated piece of information, engineers can try to treat the symptom, but they cannot fix the underlying disease. If you don't know where the bad data entered the system, well, you're just stuck in a dead end.
But thankfully, there's a fix coming. Section 3, verifiable intelligence, a foundational overhaul.
To escape that terrifying dead end, we need verifiable intelligence. This is absolutely the next major leap for AI. It's a system where knowledge isn't just some disembodied string of text floating in a massive dataset. Instead, it's information that can be directly traced to and confirmed by actual real-life people. Imagine an AI that doesn't just output text, but actually provides cryptographic proof of the human expert who provided the underlying data. It brings accountability, traceability, and ultimate trust back to the AI ecosystem. This isn't a small tweak. This is the foundational overhaul required to fix a flaw baked into the very way current models learn. And moving from concept to reality at Codatta.io is the one building that exact infrastructure. This isn't just some theoretical white paper we're talking about. It's an active, working architectural framework designed to replace that untraceable black box with a fully transparent, verifiable system. They are literally laying down the pipes, the protocols, and the networks required to make verifiable intelligence a reality at scale. On an operational level, this completely flips the script.
Through at Codatta.io's infrastructure, AI agents gained three revolutionary new superpowers. First, they can query knowledge directly from the human experts who actually possess it. Second, they can confirm it's structurally real, making sure the data is 100% verified and trustworthy. And third, and this is a real game changer, they can pay those experts automatically. The AI agent becomes a direct participant in a transaction, compensating the verified human source for their knowledge. It's traceable, it's verified, and it's actually economically fair. Which naturally brings us to Section 4, the new data economy, a brand new economic model. Let's move to and see how this builds a completely self-sustaining economic flywheel. It is so satisfying how this works. Step 1. Once knowledge becomes verifiable through this new infrastructure, it can actually be priced. It has proven tangible value. Step 2. Once it's priced, the creators, the actual humans providing the data, earn money directly when AI agents use their knowledge. Step 3. That fair compensation highly incentivizes those same creators to contribute even better, higher fidelity knowledge next time. It becomes this incredible loop of continuous improvement entirely driven by verified trust and true economic alignment. So we are finally shifting away from scraping and scaling. The blind harvesting of unverified web data, regardless of who created it. That old system, that's what gave us the hallucinations and the black boxes. Instead, we are entering an era of data as infrastructure and economy. This is when data stops being something you just blindly scrape from the internet and instead becomes the foundational infrastructure of a true economy. An economy where verifiable intelligence is quite literally a liquid currency and human creators are properly valued for their expertise. So as we transition from untraceable scraping to priced, verified intelligence, I want you to ask yourself, what is the true value of your verifiable knowledge in this new AI economy? When AI agents can query you directly, verify your unique expertise, and pay you automatically, your knowledge is no longer just random data floating around. It becomes a powerful asset. I really hope this explainer has helped you clearly see the architecture of this emerging data economy. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.